Hey art friends! Today the inspiration for our art project is the giant panda. Giant pandas, or just pandas, are black and white bears that live in China. These cuties are omnivores like us humans, so they eat plants and meat sometimes, but they're mostly vegetarian and stuff their faces all day with bamboo. Actually, that's what pandas love to do the most, eat. They spend up to 12 hours a day munching on bamboo, and they can eat up to 26 pounds of it in a day. These lovable sweethearts are sadly in danger, or becoming extinct though. Due to climate change, deforestation, and pollution, pandas are running out of space and food to live in the wild. We can help. We can tell other people about pandas, we can try to create less garbage and recycle our paper so that we don't have to cut down as many trees, and we can try to reuse our paper to recreate something beautiful. Let's celebrate pandas and save a little bit of paper by building our own mini panda bear with recycled egg cartons. For this project, you will need an egg carton with at least 3 egg cups, a cereal box or any type of thick paper like that, some scrap paper and a toothpick, optional, something to color your panda with like paint or markers or crayons, and then any type of glue would be best, but you could also probably use a cleared tape to put everything together too. Last but not least, you will need some scissors for this project. Step 1. Cut off 3 cups from the egg carton. Now we need to trim the edges of the cups. To help cut around the edge of the cup evenly, you might want to mark 4 dots around the edge before you cut to mark exactly where you want to cut to. When you're ready, take your scissors and cut all the way around the cup and make sure to aim for those 4 dots. There we go. Now I just need to do that to all the other cups. Now that all of the cups are just about the same size and a lot prettier to look at, let's start building our panda. Take 2 of the cups and glue them together by the edges. It's going to make a little dome or a little sphere like this. This is going to be the panda's round belly. Make sure you hold down your glue for plenty of time so that it has time to stick together. And next, we're going to glue the 3rd cup on top like this. Whoops. This is going to be the panda's face. Hold that down and then let the whole thing dry a few minutes before you do anything else with it. Once it's dry, use whatever you have at home to color your panda. If you want your panda to be the most realistic with the black and white, then you should paint this whole thing that we have so far white. I don't have any good white paint to cover the egg carton, so I decided to use a fun color, a bright color instead, to make a panda from my imagination. So I will use orange to cover the whole panda all the way around, even the back of his head, but you don't have to paint or color the bottom. While the paint dries, let's make the rest of the pieces of the panda. We need ears, arms, and legs. You are going to make the ears with extra egg carton pieces. So I'm going to find my egg carton scraps, and you can flatten the carton like paper so that you can draw an ear shape on it. To make 2 ears that are the same size, draw 1 tall rainbow shape for the ear and then fold the egg carton in half. When you cut it out while it's folded, it's going to magically make 2 exact matching ears. Voila! Again, make sure that the ears you make are tall because we're going to fold these before we glue them, so we need them to be taller than usual, okay? The next thing to do is to color those ears. Again, you can use an imagination color, or you could use black like real pandas. Real pandas have black ears. Make sure you color both sides of the ears, front and back. Now we need to make the arms. This is where you can use the cereal box or rice box in my case, or if you have more big egg carton pieces, you could use that too, like the lid of your egg carton box. If you use a cereal box or rice box, open up the box so that you can see the inside. The inside should be white or at least less colorful and easier to draw on. Now draw a big smile like this and color it in. Make sure it's really thick. Make sure it's the thickest in the middle and thinner on the ends. It kind of makes a smiley face with the ears. Now cut it out. The arms are going to wrap around the panda's body from the back like this, but I made a mistake. My arms are way too tiny. I'm going to try to keep a growth mindset here and learn from my mistake. So I'm going to try again, but this time I'm going to make the smile much bigger and longer. Okay, I'm glad I tried again because these arms are going to work, baby. I'm going to try to cover the designs on the other side of the arms so that they're black like the other side. Now let's make the legs. Hopefully your egg carton has pointy middle sections like mine. If the middle parts of the carton between the cups are more round or square, I think they would still work though. It's time to problem solve, right? If you don't have pointy parts of your carton like me. So cut out the middle area between the cups on your carton. You will need 2 pointy parts to make the legs. Now you need to take those 2 pieces and cut them shorter because they're way too big. And when you cut them, you need to make sure to cut them at an angle or diagonally. You have to cut them at an angle so that they can connect better to the bear's body. Try your best to make the legs the exact same size. Once you made the 2 legs, it's time to color them. Make sure that your ears, your arms, and your legs are all the same color. You can do black like a regular panda, or you could use pink, but you just want to make sure that all 3 parts, the ears, the arms, and the legs are the same color, whatever that color is. Once all of your separate pieces are dry, it's time to assemble them or put them all together. Any kind of glue or tape would work, but the best one to use is definitely white liquid glue if you have it. Let's start with the ears. Take your little ears and fold them in half. This makes a flat area that you can put glue on, and then stick 1 ear on each side of the head. Whoops! Next, let's glue the arms. The arms are going to wrap around the panda's back and stick out the front like we saw before. So, put some glue in the middle of your set of arms and hold them on the back of your panda. If you have a toothpick handy and you're very, very careful, you can use a toothpick to poke through the paper arms on both sides to hold them together. Lastly, let's put on the legs. Glue the legs at the bottom of the panda's body so that they're sticking out to the sides. This will make it look like your cutie is sitting down on his little booty. Before you do anything else, you need to let your panda have a lot of time to dry. You don't want to add anything else or the pieces might fall off. Once the panda is dry and solid, it's time to finish him with a face. You can use a pen or a black marker to draw 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. Pandas have large black circles of fur around their eyes. So whatever you're using, a pen or any marker, make sure that those eyes have rings around them. This last part is optional. You don't have to do this. You could be done. If you have a toothpick and some scrap paper, you can make a little bamboo stalk for your panda. Start with a small piece of paper. I luckily have a green paper, but you might want to color your paper green for the bamboo leaves. Then cut short lines all down the paper. Take some glue or tape and wrap the leaves around the end of the toothpick. If you can, carefully push the toothpick through one of the panda's paws to make it look like he's holding it. All done! I hope you enjoyed making your panda today. Remember to always reduce, reuse, and recycle so that we can keep pandas safe and happy. And show me what you made on Flipgrid. Okay, bye!